Anyway, I appreciate your generosity. Alright, so 1 Corinthians 9th chapter, 24th verse. It says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run on, but one receiveth the prize." Get your pause right there just a minute. Alright, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run on." We've got to run the whole thing, run the whole race. When we start looking at our relationship as a Christian, and kind of how our personal walk with God is, and every one of us should have a personal walk with God. To me, it's a sad thing when people, and there's a lot of folks like this, and I mean, I get it, life's busy, and there's other things to do in life and everything else. But to me, it's sad when people only show up on Easter and Christmas. It's even sadder they don't show up. Todd, glad to show up on Easter and Christmas. I ain't going to say it, but it's sad you just show up on Christmas and Easter. How much you miss it? How much these folks miss to just show up every now and then? Makes me wonder, if you're only willing to show up to church a couple of times a year, once a year, what kind of a life do you have when you're not in here that 1 or 2 Sundays out of the year? How good of a walk do you have? How good of a race are you running? And so we as Christians are exhorted to get in the race and to run the full race, to do the best we can as Christians. I think we should have a drive to do that. I think we should have a drive to be the best we can be and to do the best that we can do. To me, sometimes it seems like, and this is the way life is. We get kind of downhearted sometimes. We all go through spells. We do. Maybe life's not been overly kind to us in the last little while. Kind of down in the valley a little bit. We all get there. We've all been there. We haven't lived long enough. Be looking out because it's coming. But we go through spells, I think, sometimes where we're not that enthused, where we're not all that gung-ho about things, we're not on fire. Our relationship with God's got a little bit cool. Maybe we're not praying like we should, we're not reading like we should. Our attention's not placed where our attention ought to be. And I think we as Christians, we all know where we should be. It's just sometimes we don't stop and think about it, or we allow excuses to get in our way, or we allow the devil to plant little things in our head that gives us good excuse not to do. But we as Christians, I think, should have a desire, and we should seek to kindle that desire, to do, to work, to try to encourage each other, to try to lift each other up, to try to build each other up, to try to encourage each other the best ways that we can, to try to have a good prayer life, to try to have a good reading life, to try to have a good relationship with Christ, to invite the Holy Spirit in every chance we get for a continual walk so that we don't get down in these places. Amen. You know, that's the thing. When we keep our eyes placed on God, when we continually seek after God, when we search after Christ, and when we hold the Holy Spirit dear to us, it makes those valleys a whole lot harder to get into. And when we do get into them, it makes them a whole lot shallower than what they could have been. We as Christians are encouraged to run the race, not to sit on the sidelines and watch it go by. Got any NASCAR fans? Yeah, I know we do. I know we do. Now me, I'm not much of a NASCAR fan. If somebody's crashing, hey, I'm all in. But if somebody's not crashing, it tends to lose my attention pretty quick. Just watching them going here in circles. Now if you're there, it may be a little different. Watching it on TV, just around in circles for 3 or 4 hours, it don't quite hold my attention. But we as Christians are encouraged to get into this. So I imagine if you're one of the guys driving those cars, things would be considerably different than me sitting at the house on the couch watching it on TV. Our religious life's exactly the same. It's a whole lot more interesting when we're in the race and when we're running the race instead of sitting and watching it go by. If we're sitting out here in the community watching everybody come to church on Sunday morning, watching people have a good time, if we're turning on the TV, watching them on television, everybody having a good time, it's not as good as if we're there doing it. If we're watching people around us building other people up, if we're watching people providing other people a shoulder to cry on or giving them encouragement, it's not as good as if we were doing it ourselves. You're missing out on your part. You're missing out on what should be yours. Why do we stay out of the race? We can come up with all kinds of excuses, can't we? So he'll say, all right, it's perfectly all right. You don't need to get up. Hey, the time changed this morning. You lost an hour of sleep. I'm proud y'all didn't use this excuse and y'all hear this one. But why not stay in bed a little later? You can use the rest. You got a hard week coming up ahead of you. You can just stay in the bed, get a little bit of rest. It'll be all right. Oh, now. You don't want to go talk to that person. You don't want to talk to them. Hey, you got to see them at work every single day. If you go and you talk to them and you try to give them those kind of words there, how are they going to look at you? They're going to think you're foolish. Well, what kind of ridiculous fool goes around and talks to people that way? Oh, we can come up with all kinds of excuses. The devil will push us along every chance you get. He says, yeah, use that excuse. Don't do that. You don't want to do that. But you're failing to run the race. Because what's going to happen is you're going to turn into that person sitting on the couch watching NASCAR, and you could be in one of them cars driving. Somebody else may come along and they may do what you were supposed to do. And then they're going to get the blessing for doing it. They're going to get the enjoyment of doing it. I tell you, getting to work for God's a good thing. I consider it an honor when He puts something in my care and asks me to do it. It's easy to come up with excuses, and I'm the world's worst. But folks, if we'll run the race, if we'll do what we're supposed to do, if we'll get in our car and we'll drive, our race all of a sudden becomes a lot more exciting. A lot more exciting. Because of the good things that we do, we get blessings in return from it. You go to work and you do your job, you get your paycheck at the end of the week or the end of the month or every 2 weeks, however you get paid. And, you flip that out and you look at that pretty checker anymore, you pull it up on your phone and you're at the top. And you think, oh boy, I can pay my bills now. We can go out and eat. We can go down to Walmart. But you know what? All that work and all that money will be gone. When you get that TV bill paid off, you know what? You're going to get another next month. You get your power bill paid for, you're going to get another next month. It's going to be gone. But you know what you do for somebody else? When you provide somebody a shoulder to cry on, when you provide somebody a kind word, when you help lift somebody up, when you fulfill your role as a Christian in whatever capacity God's called you to, that's something that lasts.
Amen.
Because I tell you what, people don't forget kindness. Look back in your own life. I guarantee you can think of times when you needed somebody and somebody was kind to you. Somebody helped you. Those things don't pass. They ain't going to be gone like that month of TV that you get to watch. Those are things that are going to be there with you for the rest of your life. They're things that are going to be there with the rest of that other person's life. One of these days when we're all gone, what do people want to think about? Are they going to say, oh, we had a good time watching TV that month? I've yet to hear a preacher stand over somebody and say they enjoyed having electricity for that month because they managed to work and pay the bill for that month. That ain't what gets talked about. What gets talked about is who people were and what they did, what they meant to other people. That's what's important. What's important is that race that you run, that race that you drove. I stand around listening to people talk about the race. They're not talking about the people in the stands normally, unless something bad happened, everybody broke out in a big fight or something like that. They're always talking about what happened on the track. That's where the race is. It's down there on the track. It's not up in the stands. When we run our race, what we did down there is what's important. People ain't going to remember when we're sitting up in the stands. They ain't going to talk about that. And they shouldn't, because it don't matter. When we're sitting by, we can relegate ourselves to a place of uselessness. But when we decide that we're going to be the best that we can be, when we decide that we're going to do what we can do and do the best that we can do, when we decide to put ourselves behind that steering wheel, that's when we start doing things that are going to matter and that people will remember. The verse finishes out, so run that you may obtain. So run that you may obtain. You got to get in your own race.
Yeah.
You've got a race. Every one of you's got a race. God made you. You've got a race. You wouldn't be here if you didn't have a race. God's called every single one of us to do something, to fulfill some role, to be something to somebody. Are you running your race? Or are you sitting on the sidelines and watching it go by? Sitting on the sidelines ain't no fun, folks. You've got to run your race. You think, oh, somebody else will do it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But the important thing is you should be.
Yeah.
Is you should be. When God made Jordan, when God made Dexter, when God made Adam, when God made Rita, when God made Benny, when God made every single one of you, He had a purpose in mind for you.
That's right.
Don't fail to live up to the purpose that God created you for. If you want to show me a wasted life, show me somebody that sat down and watched the race go by. To me, that's a wasted life. I don't care how much money you made. I don't care how big a family you had. I don't care how big of this or how much of that you got. But if it was what you were not supposed to be doing, if you were sitting down watching the race go by, it's going to be a life that's unfulfilling.
That's right.
I always, some of y'all may know this guy. I usually show my kids this. He was a keynote speaker a couple years ago at the National FFA Convention. I ain't even going to begin to mention the guy's name. Is Nick something that started with a V. He's born, he don't have any legs and he don't have any arms. And he's just got a couple of little bitty feet. Kind of attaches to the bottom of his back. But I was going somewhere with this, I promise. It'll come back to me in a minute. If y'all never seen this dude, though, you owe it to yourself to look him up. He's a really good speaker. He's from Australia, And he's a really inspirational person that he didn't allow the way he was born and what he was born without to hinder him in what he wanted to be and what he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
He goes around there, he speaks all around the world at youth events, and he speaks to religious meetings and gatherings, and he has a prison ministry, and he does all kinds of things. But anyway, if that point comes to me, I'll throw it back out there here in a minute. But basically, folks, don't allow yourself to not fulfill the role that you were created for. You were created for something. Do it. Do it. I've got it.
Good.
This is his quote. If you put your happiness in temporary things, your happiness is going to be temporary.
Yeah.
And that's a very true statement. If you look for happiness and joy in things that are fleeting, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, or whatever the case may be, whether it's sitting home watching the baseball game instead of going to church or going out and witnessing to somebody that God's asked you to do, your happiness is going to be temporary, because when that game's over, when that race is over, what are you going to have to take with you, really? Yeah, you enjoy it right then. And oh, I enjoy sitting and watching stuff myself. I sure do. But what I'm saying is when it becomes an impediment to you fulfilling the role that you're supposed to fulfill, that's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah. Amen.
That's when it becomes a problem. Don't put your happiness in temporary things. Run your race so that you may obtain what's yours. Don't allow somebody else to get what was supposed to be yours. God created you for a purpose. He created you to have something to do. It's yours. The rewards for it are supposed to be yours. Don't live beneath your privilege and give it to somebody else.
Amen.
Don't just hand your birthright over to somebody else. It's yours. Take hold of it. Claim it.
Yes.
Take hold of the joy and the blessedness that comes with the walk with God. Because then you will live a good life.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you will live the life that people will stand around and talk about. Not the kind of life where people forget. Susan, will you come with us a song?